Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached the number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere in the world. To my immediate left, your right, is the one and only Conrad Cushman, my good friend, my co-host, and my brother, man. That's my dog. And my name is Sean Hubbard, representing that Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. EPW's in here, HWW's in here, and collectively we are Clash of the By God podcast. Me and Conrad having to talk about real life, man, off the air. I am the blame for us coming on the air 4 minutes late. It is all me. I had some stuff I wanted to get off my chest, talk to my friend about. Had nothing to do with wrestling, man, and my brother gave me some good nuggets to take me through the week, man. Yo, a lot of stuff going on, man. Mike Tyson coming out of retirement to fight Jake Paul on Friday night on Netflix. Obviously, we have a lot to talk about as it relates to Judgment Day. Lord have mercy. Judgment Day is almost non-existent at this point. But the Bloodline getting back together, the OG Bloodline getting back together, talk a little bit New Japan. Obviously, everything under the sun in the world of professional wrestling, we have you covered, man. Also, big shout out, just because I'm going a little off the rails here. We're going to get to Conrad, drop that thing in about 2 more seconds. My good friend Jesse in the building, and shout out to James too. Somebody must have hacked my account, unfollowed him on Twitter. That's my brother, y'all. Shout out to Jesse of the Pro Wrestling Shoot, man. I would never unfollow that guy, man. That's my brother, man. Anyway, that being said, we got a whole lot going on. I'm fired up, as you can tell. Me and Conrad talking about real life, signing on too late, 10 minutes late, 5 minutes late, and I'm making us even more late. So let me wrap this up and say, Conrad, drop that thing.
Happy Veterans Day. I'm sorry, I'm still on mute. I'm off today. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to anyone who has served that listens to our podcast, and thank you to anyone in your family who has served as well. I see a lot of people putting RIP to Tony Todd. Yes, RIP to the original Candyman. Can't say that too many times up in here, though, but definitely had a lot of us kids in the 90s shook to say that. And I think the remake never gets enough love, man, because of the time frame it came out in during what do we want, the pandemic, we'll call it, I guess. Yeah, very sucks. I wish more people would have seen it. If you haven't seen that version of it, go see the new one of it. Sean.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, including my late uncle, God rest your soul, my late grandfather, God rest your soul. I'm saying that, you know, they passed away later in life. They did not die in the course of battle, but they were very decorated soldiers in the Army and Marines, if I'm not mistaken. So, and all the people who have given the ultimate sacrifice, or those who are still living by the grace of God, who went through what they're going through and went through what they went through and are still living through the memories. And there's a lot of PTSD out there. We don't take it lightly at all. We wish you nothing but the best on your day. Thank you for your service.
I'm going to apologize early. If I'm coughing, I just have a case of the coughs. I don't know why. Also, I went to the dentist today. Teeth feeling good.
There you go.
No issues once again. Check the receipts every 6 months, baby. You hear me say it. So just making sure it's always on Mondays.
Nice.
Let's get into the chat real quick here for Clash. We got a clown in the house saying, "Afternoon, everyone. RIP to the icon, Tony Todd." Yes, sir.
Cleasy.
Ray Thompson, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. You as well, Ray.
Ray Tizzle, what up, though?
Have to say it was awesome to see the OG Bloodline on the same page. Has me pumped for War Games. We're going to be talking about.
I'm pumped for War Games too, Ray, but you know what? WWE is going to let us down. You know they will, because they always let us down.
Chelsea Green needs that U.S. title. You're probably like, what is that? More on that momentarily. Quill's in the house. What up, Sean? Chat. Sir Quill, Back to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hub, for episode 115 of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God podcast. He continues, the OG Bloodline is back. We have a new women's U.S. title. Let's talk about it. The question is, will the women get an Intercontinental title? Sounds like a good idea. You know the rest.
I love it, Quilly. I would like to say that probably it has to almost be a foregone conclusion that the women's IC belt has to be on the way, right?
I'll save it for when we talk about it because I have some. I have a question for you when it comes to that.
Sounds good.
I'll let you take over these.
The only Vinny we like is in the building. We appreciate you, my guy. He says, "Happy Monday, fellas. I'm riding high off the Steelers win, as you should, man. Rush Steele got it. God bless y'all as always. God bless you too, Vinny. I'm a Giant fan, so my season is already over. I like what the Steelers are doing. I still feel a little bad for Justin Fields, though. But I mean, obviously, your coach has made the right decision as it relates to Russell Wilson." Joel in the building. What's up, man? He says, "Hey, guys. Welcome to the best day of the week. It's time for Sean and Conrad." Thank you, Joel. We appreciate you very much. XG Dub is in the building. XG Dub Wrestling. I want to make sure all our listeners know exactly what I'm talking about. He says, "Conrad and Sean, I'm working, but here, bros. We appreciate you, man. Your dedication to the show and our social media is very noted. We are appreciative of you being a friend of the show." Cleasy says, "I'm in the same boat, just starting my shift." Everybody's working tonight, man. Salute to everybody out there getting that money. Doug is in the building. He says, "Another Monday, another clash. Teach me how to Dougie." Hey, gotta hit it right time. Everybody listening on audio, man, I just hit that Dougie for my boy Doug.
We got another Happy Veterans Day from Clown. And then your boy,
M, Leezy, Fo, Sheezy. We want to make sure all our listeners on audio, we got to start dedicating more description to our people on audio. And Leezy for Sheezy is our friend, Matt Lopez, in the building. We appreciate you. He says, "Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend, and let's kick the week off with the two aces of our pro wrestling community." Thank you very much, Emily. We appreciate you.
Guy Will Gamble.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Conrad.
He said, "Europe was good, everybody. Just remember, if your life is falling apart, it'll come back together without making any sense, like the OG Bloodline."
There you go. The OG Bloodline getting back together on the surface is the stupidest thing in the world. It's fun. It was exciting, but it makes no sense.
Yep.
I'm going to punch Conrad in the face, and Conrad and I are going to be cool tomorrow. We're not going to be cool tomorrow. No. We would fight, and it would maybe we see the thing about dudes. This is true. The thing about dudes, we could fight, and we could be friends, but not tomorrow.
Yeah. It takes some time. Takes some time.
Yeah.
Deanna's in the house saying, "Hey, everyone."
Hello to you.
Let's see here. Matt Lopez, you picked up on what I've been talking about on the low without revealing. Well, after years of hoping, it looks like TK is doing a show at the Hammerstein Ballroom. We'll talk about that more later on. I have that in the later breaking news portion of the show. But yes, it looks like that's going to happen. MJB in the house says, "Yo, gents, what's good, MJB? I know he's from Pro Wrestling Shoot Community. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome. Thank you for being here."
Look at Easy E in the chat. Our good friend E. I need you to be on best behavior, sir, because E's usually the one to get me to break with his comments sometimes. Very funny.
Easy's been representing, man. We appreciate you, my G.
BJ's also in the house. Happy Veterans Day and Happy Singles Day.
B. Jizzle.
I don't know why I wanted to, hit the old school Hot Boys.
Hey,
hit some Manny Fresh.
I like that. I like the reference.
Yes. Sean, looks like you're going to be getting some text later about people's thoughts here on Paul and Tyson.
Yeah, man. Fired up about that. Always great to see the OG come out of retirement, man. And this fight, and ladies and gentlemen, for those who care about boxing, this fight counts. This is not an exhibition. This is a real fight.
Facts. I see Deanna giving me some heck in the chat there saying, Conrad, you're off every day. That is true. Something's going wrong somewhere.
Touche.
Touche. Yes, I'm looking to see if I've missed anyone. I'm just trying to make sure we get everybody acknowledged who's in here. Renegade, James, be on the lookout. Y'all ain't getting me to say that anymore, so that's on y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Have good dreams. Jocelyn on the Twitch side of things. Another
Hey,
great Monday is upon us. Happy Veterans Day. It's been 3 years today, and you've been gone and served on the Navy and been gone, Dad. The Hubbonomics was truth. I need to comment.
Well, the Hubbonomics thing you just said is obviously appreciated, Jocelyn, but more importantly, sleep in peace to your dad. God bless his soul and thank him for his service.
Yes. Roman hasn't changed at all. Vinny said, I like that.
Vinny, the only Vinny we like, he is one jealous SOB, isn't he? That Roman Reigns is one jealous SOB. My goodness. Just standing in the corner acting like he doesn't realize that Jay is over like Rover. Come on, man.
Candy in the house. What up, Candy? I don't want Cody Rhodes to join the OG bloodline, but anything can happen. Triple H can surprise us.
I have only one thing to say, and that is tastes like candy. I can see it when you walk. Even when you talk, it takes over me. Just like candy.
I can taste the barbecue right now.
That's it. Welcome to the show, Candy. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Let me see here. McKinney. I'm here for a quick minute to chat with the Fire Live Chat and the young big homies of the Wrestling Podcast, Clash of the Podcast, and to let y'all know, Lions Nation, Detroit versus everybody. Let's freaking go.
McKinney, big shout out to you. Did I say this last week, Conrad? If I did, wrap me up. I did say this last week. So once again, Detroit, Super Bowl.
They got to get it in.
Oh, my goodness. They look so good right now. My God.
T. Ferg says, what's good, fellas? I heard WWE are selling signed Hulk Hogan baseballs on their website. I'm good on that.
That's weird. Okay.
Nothing would surprise me. BJ saying black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Double taping of Raw and Smackdown tonight. Ugh.
I really don't like those, bro, but I guess they got to do what they got to do.
I think we got spoiled once we got like live nitros and stuff. We've never liked them since then.
Never.
Like I said, one of the few Raws that I ever missed where Mankind won the WWF title. Spoiler alert for anyone who's never seen it.
Good one.
That was a tape Raw.
I missed it. I have some. Okay, are you there, Conrad?
Yeah. Why?
We had a little freeze.
I'm good. I think I'm good, right?
There you go. You are good now. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. BJ, ow.
My God, BJ, I like that, brother. Way to be up on things.
MJB, did anyone else see what I posted in the Discord? Everything Pro Wrestling. No. What did you post, MJB? Let me know. Is the fight included with the subscription on Netflix? I believe so. I think you just gotta have Netflix so you can watch it, right?
I believe so. I don't think there's any extra charge.
Yeah. A lot of people are giving you props too. I see in here. Sorry for the Hubbonomics about AEW, man. Listen, I'll say this real quick on it. I'll say this real quick on what Sean was saying. There's no. What?
Conrad. No, Conrad. You are not gonna piggyback off of what I said. I piggybacked off what you said. That was your baby, and I ran with it. So give yourself credit first.
Let me twist that though a little bit. I'm not saying AEW isn't above criticism. You can critique AEW. The problem is when you're going to the point of it's hating on AEW, because I don't hear the same critiques for WWE. And we're about to get into some of that right here, right now. But first, I did have this for a while for us to start off with. And I'm sorry, y'all. I take notes so that way I can write down the points at where I can make these into chapters for you guys if you want to skip around or go back and listen to it later.
Us regular people who are kind of good at this, kind of wing it. The people who are elite write things down. That's why, Conrad, you're the best in the business, brother.
Trivia.
And you're super humble, too. Don't ignore what I just said. At least acknowledge it with a head nod. Thank you.
Trivia.
Yes.
Sean, did you know the first WrestleMania started at 1 p.m. and ended at 3:30 p.m.?
I did not know it ended at 3:30 p.m. That is a pretty short show for what was considered the greatest wrestling event of all time, but I did know it started at 1 p.m., yes.
In 1985, man, and all those chains, man. I remember I used to go into Blockbuster and look at the cover of this, and I'm like, man, I should pick this up and watch this. I don't know why. Something's telling me I need to learn about this. And that's how I saw WrestleMania 1.
There you go.
Friday nights, man, if I had a good week at school, which was usually for the most part every week, as long as my parents had the money, man, we got a pizza, get a game, and get a movie you want. Let's go.
Beautiful.
Keep you busy for 2 days. That's the way to do it, man. But let's get into this SmackDown talk. SmackDown was live in Buffalo. No, I did not go because those tickets were out of this world, crazy, insane pricing. I just talked to my buddy who he went to the show with his kid, and I was like, I'm not gonna hate. I'll wait until he calls me to discuss it. I gave him a couple days to enjoy. You had fun at the show. Great. And then I was like, then he called me up today, and he was like, man, yeah, you saw some of the pics I posted. I was like, oh yeah, I saw them. They were cool. I'm like, how'd you enjoy those talking segments for the first hour? Like the entire first hour of the 2-hour show. Oh, we don't like to talk about that, do we?
But no comments. Exactly. No comments about that, though.
Imagine if you paid what I told you guys. Remember, AEW, same seat, $60. This show, 300 and what did I say, 25? I think it was more than that, but let's say 325. Could you imagine paying $325 to hear talking?
And may I reiterate what I said on Hubbonomics? One of my lines on Hubbonomics. If a candy bar costs $1 and then you bump the price up to $1.25, that doesn't mean the chocolate, caramel, and nougat's any better. It's the same candy bar.
It's the same thing. Hustling. I've got nothing, man. Let's get into the Bloodline segment, man. That was what the talk of Buffalo was right there. Everyone got back together. They did this little tease where maybe they will, maybe they won't. Sean, I've said it for weeks, and I'm going to kind of let you ride off on this segment. I think this all happened too fast, and I don't think particularly that it's bad, but I don't think it's good. I've heard people try to justify saying that they think they rushed this on purpose, so that way it gives them time to meld it together, and I'm like, that's whack. Like, you don't make excuses for this either. Like, I don't know. I feel like all of this is happening way too fast for all of the actions that just happened. Go back to WrestleMania. Do we all not remember the big finish? Oh, here comes Jay. Here comes this. Here comes that. All of that happened, and now it's been, how many months are we removed from WrestleMania, Sean? What is this? 7 months? Mm-hmm. Forget it. Water under the bridge.
Here's the deal, bro. Like,
to team up against Temu Bloodline? What is this?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Look, here's the deal. The timing of it is fine as it relates to when the culmination is going to be, which is War Games. We saw this coming for 3-4 months. But they started way too late. Putting this thing together. And now it does feel rushed. It's like they're trying to squeeze it in before we get to Canada for War Games. Here's the deal, man. Everybody knows that I not only ride on the Jey Uso bandwagon, I created the Jey Uso bandwagon. I am the driver of the Jey Uso bandwagon. So nobody is more happy to see Jey Uso in the main event than me. Nobody's more happy to see him with Roman Reigns than me. I'm cool with everything, right? The problem is, it makes no sense. Roman Reigns was the biggest you-know-what on God's green earth to Jimmy, Jay, and Sami Zayn. And for literally no apparent reason other than maybe Jay a little bit saying, hey, I remember what you did. Jimmy, it's like nothing ever happened. Sami is like, you know what? He was mad for about a week, but nothing ever happened. Roman Reigns terrorized these idiots, and I'm including Jay in that. He terrorized these 3 idiots for 2 years. And now, when I would have left Roman Reigns high and dry. But then again, I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth because I'm happy to see the OG Bloodline together. And you know why, chat? You know why, Conrad, I'm happy to see the OG Bloodline back together? Because the new Bloodline is bad. Really, really bad. So to answer your question, has it been rushed? Yes, but it is what it is.
We knew it would get to this point. I just thought you would have started building it, I don't know. SummerSlam? Yes, like start there, and then we'll get to the next big pay-per-view. Nah, this just feels like let's sneak in an Intercontinental title reign. All right, you're good and happy. Cool.
Well, He deserved it.
He did, but do you think it was done out of you deserve it, or was it, all right, quiet down, everybody?
We talked about this 100%. Triple H did that because he was getting backlash about why they were doing Jey Uso like that. Because that's the reason why they gave it right back to Braun Breaker.
Can I use my buddy as an example?
Of course.
Now, this is an Attitude Era buddy. Doesn't watch all the time. But I'll say this. He said, man, the Usos were getting all these chants and everything else. And, you know, I had to kind of tell him, too. I'm like, did you know what they thought of their WrestleMania match this year? He's like, it was probably incredible. And I was like, no, it wasn't incredible. They did not get the rave reviews that people thought they would.
Hi, Connor.
Huh?
Hi, Connor.
Connor?
No, just saying hello, Connor.
Oh, in the chat?
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, I just interject. Keep talking, brother.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I got thrown off.
You're good.
Uh-oh, McKinney's off to Raw. You enjoy, brother.
Have fun, man.
Enjoy. Where was I now? My train of thought. Yeah, so I just mentioned that. So I love the reactions that they're getting. I hope that it works for Jimmy. But right now, I don't know if you get off the Jey Uso wagon. If it's working, you look like Shelton Benjamin in those old promos they had him doing where he's looking around and you're like, what is this?
Have I not been saying Jey Uso is hotter than fish grease for the past 4 months?
I'm just reiterating what you said.
Jeez Louise, like, this dude should be world champion for goodness sake, man. Yo, I'm going to tell you something right now. Roman Reigns should acknowledge Jey Uso. I'm saying it. It's not going to happen.
I think that's the payoff more so than anything.
You really think that's good? Ooh.
Yes, because I think that's what saved me. Because Roman hasn't changed. Who said it? Hold on. I'm giving credit to a bunch of you in here. What up, Joe Compton, as well? I see you.
I want to say
and Connor. No, it was Vinny. Yes, Vinny said Roman Reigns has not changed one bit, I believe. And that is true because everyone's like, you should say something to Jay. You owe Jay an apology for how you treated him. Because Jay was the first one like, I'm out. Jimmy kind of always rode with Roman, honestly, even though
it made no sense, like, at all.
Correct. Listen, you know how it goes with this story. There are peaks and there are valleys. There's some that it's absolutely great storytelling in pro wrestling.
You know what?
There are other things where I'm like,
I was about to cuss, but I'm gonna maintain my Christianity and my goodness. I'm saying it. Darn it. I'm saying it right here, right now. What day is today?
11/11.
Going against everything I believe about Triple H being who I think he is, right? Which is not great at book. I'm calling it right now, chat. Chat, I'm saying it. Conrad, I'm saying it. Jey Uso will win the Men's Royal Rumble. Book it. No, I take it back. Before you start talking, I take it back.
I was about to make a bet with you.
I take it back. He will win the Men's Royal Rumble, or he will win the Elimination Chamber. He will win one of the 2 tickets to get to WrestleMania as a World Championship challenger.
We shall see what they're going to do with it.
My question to you, Conrad, is that unrealistic in your mind?
Yes.
To me, it's unrealistic. What I just said is unrealistic because I don't believe Triple H is smart enough to do it. But from what we see, is it unrealistic? I say no.
Based on fan reaction, no. Based on how I see them booking it, yes, I don't see it happening that way.
You're probably right.
That's what I'll stick with. That's what I'll continue to go with. But this is the image that we left SmackDown in. Shout out to Waldo in the background there. They had I don't know who that dude is, but shout out to him for even just having the faith to dress like that. People went crazy for this. Like I said, could they have drawn this out a few more weeks? Sure. I mean, I guess. We can't also be hurry up, and then you're taking too long. Mm-hmm. It's a fine line, though, too. You can't. Let's not, dude. We've been dragging out the A-Town down under, whatever their name is, turn for how long? We're still doing this Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano stuff for how long? It's been months, bro. Move it along. Awful. Oh, the New Day. How about they just sit down and talk? They play video games every week on the channel. Like, talk. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? But I get it. It's pro wrestling. You got to tell a story. That's what we're here for. But some of these things, it's like, all right, let's get
Let's
to
move
it.
it along. Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my dream scenario?
Go ahead.
And by the way, I think it's good booking. This is not just me being a fan of Jey Uso. I think this is actually good booking. I think that Jey should be acknowledged by Roman Reigns, and I'm talking about like even here's a perfect way to do it, right? I've envisioned this in my mind a million times. Chat, let me know if this makes sense to you guys. The OG Bloodline win War Games. Jay's the one who gets the final pin. They play Roman Reigns music. Roman Reigns tells the music man to cut the music. And he points at Jey Uso, and they play Jey Uso's music to end the show.
Goosebumps. I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
My man.
It would put him over.
Yeah.
But that's what he should do.
But they won't.
No. I think that's the story on the babyface side. Listen, I don't know what Rikishi was talking about this week. I saw him saying, Solo should be Cody. I was like, pump the brakes.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Now, looking at this, how do we feel about this turning into a potential? Because I don't know if they misspoke, but they said you're going to get 4 people, and I get 4 people, and everyone thinks that's 5-on-5. I think you need to do it.
Misspoke. I think Solo kind of messed up a little bit. Oh God, no! You think so? Nah, he won't be back till January. I don't think.
I think the same thing.
Nah.
We got movies to promote, baby. We don't got time for this.
I think it's gonna be 4-on-4. I mean, unless, here's the hope for a 5-on-5. I'm gonna tell you where the hope is, and I'm probably taking this thought right out of your brain. There's still 3 weeks to go, so there's still a lot more story to tell between now and November 30th. Them announcing this match is pretty ahead of schedule for WWE. So we have 3 weeks for somebody to arrive on the scene. But is that an official poster?
No.
Well, okay.
Black Mass Designs made this.
Okay, big shout out to Black Mass Design. But there's still enough time where they can add this. There's time. Do I believe it's gonna? I think it's gonna end up just being 4-on-4.
Oh, hold on. We got a super chat here. $5 super chat coming in from MJB. Thank you so much for that. If anyone likes tickets that don't hide fees, I use TickPick app or website. I love you, Roman. Pause. I'll skip that next line. No doubt.
We appreciate you, MJB.
It's all good, man. And it's okay to be a Roman Reigns fan. It's okay.
I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I just think he needs to acknowledge Jey Uso.
And listen, you may think I'm crazy. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think the story, the fighting is going to be amongst the faces, and it's going to be, you should respect Jey, and it's going to be, Jey needs to listen to me because I was the world champ. You know, Roman's going to have to see the error in his past
Conrad,
ways.
I can't take it, Conrad. I can't take you now actually giving me hope, because now I'm getting goosebumps, bro. I don't.
I'm giving you hope.
I'm trying to maintain a level of sanity here, Conrad. Do you really think that? Because that would be amazing.
Yes, this is where you give Jey the shine, because you listen. I'm going to be honest. Can I break your heart?
And you trust Triple H to do this?
I didn't say all that.
Okay.
Now, I'll say this. This is what I think. This should be Jey's pay-per-view. Roman's going to get his time in the sun. Roman's going to main event WrestleMania. That's fine. That's set in stone. Cody's going to get his moment. Punk, Seth, Walter, whatever is the Gunther, the hecklers, whoever. Everybody's going to get their moment later on at WrestleMania. This should be Jey Uso's moment with Sami Zayn. And it's like, no, we were right. We were always right, and we were part of the reason why you kept that goosebumps. Part of the reason why you kept that championship was because of us, our brainchild, all of us working together, even Heyman, all of this. It could work together so great.
I can't take it, bro.
No, and I love what you said for the ending. Jey Uso wins it for them with a splash. I don't know if you. Now listen, I gotta be honest with y'all. I might even need the solo screen, but.
Take the solo screen. Go ahead, do it.
Hold on here.
Yes, sir. Talk to the people.
I don't know if y'all believe this or whatnot. I'm putting Sean back on because I want to see his reaction to this, actually. I don't think Jey Uso's going to do no splash off the top of the cage. I don't know if he's got it in him. That's up to him. Maybe his knees can take it. I know that these dudes have been doing it a long time, but Jey Uso needs to have that moment. That could be the moment where it's like, yo, I did not think Jey Uso was going to do that. He comes off the top of the cage, big splash. He gets the win for his team like his dad did against Sean Morley or whatever his name was at the time, for the Intercontinental title. A moment that's not talked about enough. Jey Uso should get that moment. And the way you said to end it, Roman's music plays. They all do the fingers up, and Roman's the only one who doesn't do it. He goes, no, cut it off. Everyone's like, oh, boo, come on, you should be doing it. And then, like you said, you know the music I want y'all to play. And then it hits Jimmy saying, yee, and then they're all in there.
Oh, my God. See?
That's how you end
This is the problem, Conrad Cushman. I said your whole name. Look at me, Conrad. This is the problem. We just came up with the most epic closing to Survivor Series in years. How come WWE doesn't do stuff like this? That would be epic. Absolutely. Damn it. Oh, God.
See, Conrad, that's the ending we want and need. Well, part of it's Sean's idea, but that would be perfect. And then, because you know they're not going to end this, because this storyline is going to continue for another 4 years, and I'm going to look at y'all like, are you not sick of this yet?
You said 4 years.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
When you're all when some of you are in college, all the youngsters who listen to this, the high schoolers that are like, I'm going to college in a couple years, you're going to be sitting up there typing away on your. I have a big exam tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, y'all still talking about this Bloodline storyline? Yeah. Paul Heyman manages Jacob Fatu, and
you know what the funny part about what you're saying is, bro?
It could happen.
It could happen 100%. But I was gonna compare it to something old school flavor. It felt like, looking back on it, the Mega Power storyline took forever, but it was only like a year and like 3 months. This is like 4 years.
Because Mega Power storyline was told old school fashion in segments. At the pay-per-view, this will happen.
Yeah.
Then this will happen. Then he was probably like, yo, Vince, I need another show. Here's Saturday night's main event for you. This will happen.
Okay.
And then that's how you do it. And it was just old school storytelling. I don't know if you can get away with that today. Matt Lopez says that SmackDown went off the air. Roman yelled at Solo to get your fifth guy. If they go 5-on-5, is Paul Heyman can't be, right?
Well, Paul Heyman's not going to wrestle. No.
I know, but who's the fifth guy for the faces? I swear.
Hold on.
Let me express my disappointment.
Take the glasses off, big dog. Take the glasses off.
If I hear adrenaline in my soul, I am going to lose my mind.
I told you they're still a team. They're still a team. No, I hope that doesn't happen.
I just don't think that's the move to make right now. That's just me. But if it's not Cody, who else? But
I'll tell you what it would be. It would be Cody if Kevin Owens is like, yo, I gotta be at Survivor Series. And he talks to Solo like, yo, Solo, let me rock with you guys.
Could you go KO and Orton? I don't want to mix this.
Well, I'm going off the fact of Drew McIntyre joining Judgment Day a couple years ago for no reason other than because he hated Jey Uso.
Maybe.
Like, what if KO's like, yo, I got to get in this, bro?
Let me ask you this. We're in the room. Sean and Conrad, hold on here. I need some water. I'm not going to spit, though.
There you go.
What do you guys think? 4-on-4 or 5-on-5? Like, what would you tell them?
I'd say 5-on-5. And I would say you need to make it mix. Like, I don't know, like maybe
said Manu coming back.
Yo, you know what I would go? I would go 4. Matter of fact, I changed my mind. I would keep it at 4-on-4 because the only logical explanation would be bringing somebody in. And to me, it's like the more people you bring in, I don't have no problem, Salute Hassan. I don't have any problem giving people a job. I'm not trying to take any food off anybody's table, bro. But how many more family members are we going to bring in?
I think there's many to come. We have a segment on that. More on that later.
Oh my! Well, segues. That's what I do.
Yeah, there's a lot of other people involved in this, though. But it should be something interesting to look at. the Bloodline history goes deep over the years.
Oh my God in heaven.
It goes deep. So I just want everyone to take a look. We got honorary Usos up in here. We got it when they were running around with all the gold. There's stuff you could do here. It's just how do you want to play it and how do you want to make those moves happen?
Well, now I'm starting to feel bad for one guy and one. All this time it was Jey Uso, but I feel like finally Jey Uso's getting his just due, especially since they put the belt on him for a month. I don't care if it was a month. At least that's on his resume. I said that from the start. But out of all four of these guys, Jimmy needs the bloodline because without the bloodline, Jimmy is just, I don't know, bro. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's enough juice to put the Usos back together so quickly. I mean, I guess they got time to do it, but Jay is really crushing, and I'm like, I don't know if you throw that away right now.
Yeah, I mean, you could have the rub where they just take back the old music and they both start playing to the crowd. But Jay is hot as fish grease right now, bro. Jay, I'm surprised Triple H did the right thing at Crown Jewel. For the chat doesn't know what I'm talking about, Jay got top billing in that match for entrances. Jay came out last.
Yeah, and once again, as it should. I see the Heyman comment in the chat.
But I want to say this though: don't get too excited about Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, I have a feeling Paul Heyman's going to align himself with Solo.
I think it would be more interesting if he stayed with the faces, but you can't trust Heyman for too long. Even if he does, I still don't trust Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman's the kind of heel that if you start to like him as a heel, he's going to do something more heel.
And let you down, hurt your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could be a question for the comment section down below, man. Who's your favorite version of the Bloodline? Let us know what version you like the most. And if I see any Temu Bloodlines, I'm gonna put an angry face underneath it. Because
I don't think I want the chat to answer as well. You guys have fun with that, but to me, the 2023 version. No, excuse me. The 2020, according to this, the 2022 version, I guess technically would be. That's the greatest semblance of like comedy, action, charisma, swagger of all these entities. I mean, that was must-see TV.
Really good. That's my favorite version as well. Let's get into it. Moving on. We are going to talk about the women's United States Championship. Matt had a good thing in here before about it, and I was trying to grab these while Smackdown was on air. But the WWE United States Women's Championship is created. It is here. How you feeling about it, Sean? Do we need another women's championship in the mix? I mean, I do feel bad for those like Chelsea Green, Mia. I almost said Mia Yim. Is it Michin now? I forgot what they're going by. Michin. A lot of these people need something to do, but you're going to have to create stories. You can't just create belts and expect people to care. You got to make them care about these. What do you think of the women's championship? Do you do two? I know Matt said that he heard the same thing I heard, that SmackDown and Raw. Maybe it's similar. I don't know. They did this with Gunther too, or the World Heavyweight Championship when they did that tournament. I didn't like that they have SmackDown and Raw, and then if you win, you'll just go to Raw. Don't do that.
Weird, right? I'd be going against who I am as a man by not acknowledging the fact that the women deserve another belt. Right, I have so much respect for the women of pro wrestling, and I think the women of WWE deserve another belt. There are so many talented women that deserve to be in a championship picture that are not quite on the level of being a world champion, but would be a sufficient mid-card champion. It just feels, the only problem I have, it just feels so mid. It feels so mid, and it feels like so square peg, round hole. Like it's like, all right, you put this thing together as the Women's United States Champion. My figure of speech for this, to coin a phrase, somebody's going to have to John Cena this title. And what I mean by that is when John Cena was the United States Champion, John Cena took that title in WWE. John Cena took that title to new heights. That John Cena Open Challenge was really, really good. So I don't know if it might be Bianca Belair. It might be Jade Cargill. It might be Chelsea Green. It might be whoever. But whoever it is has to take that title and make it mean something, because just the title existing is not enough.
You know what's the other thing that hurts it? I don't like the design of it too much. Like, I know that everything's got to be on brand, like it's got to be equal to the other United States Championship, but we couldn't have did something that was a little different.
I mean, it's the same title with the word women's on it.
I know. I just thought it should. I think it would stand out more if it was like, no, this is your championship. Okay. I don't know. I'm big on just like change up the championships and make sure that they look different.
Well, I think I see some of the comments coming in, Deanna and Jocelyn specifically. I think Charlotte's winning the Royal Rumble. So I don't think Charlotte's going to be in the mix for the United States Championship. And I say that very sadly and disheartedly. I think Charlotte's going to win the Royal Rumble. I think you got to think of somebody else for the United States Championship, because I think Charlotte's going to be thrusted right back into the World Championship picture.
Yeah, Delay Grat says, the women's division needs a mid-card women's title. You could have folks like Jay get a singles title without having her to jump to the world title scene. Gives you something to do with
Mercedes Moné has made the TBS championship, and Jade Cargill, when she was there, made the TBS championship a really big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's about how you carry the belt. Can somebody in WWE make that U.S. title mean a lot? Sure they can, if they do it right.
Right. How many times is Charlotte going to hold it, or Becky? Ooh. Deanna coming in harsh. Arun says, will The Miz help Baron Corbin? I don't know what you mean by that, Arun. Tell that to and Hunter, creating UK belts only to discontinue them amongst a laundry list of others, like someone wanted the hardcore title to return. Could have did that. Jocelyn says,
I miss the European title.
I do. That was always a good belt for like Regal, and even D'Lo made that belt mean a lot when he was first getting in on the singles.
But who made it mean something?
D'Lo, in my opinion.
Well, D'Lo made it awesome, but who put it on the map?
Shawn Michaels.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He made it feel like it was going to stick around. When Bulldog got it, I was like, is this just for him, or what is this?
Right.
Jocelyn says that belt's going to Charlotte. I don't know. I don't know if they do that. It depends on how Charlotte views it. Is it beneath her? But if you give it to Charlotte, then you start going down the line and you're like, oh, here, you guys can have it now. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes it look bad too. Charlotte's going to the 16-time route, my guess.
Yeah.
She'll get there eventually.
Wouldn't lose it about 4 or 5 more times. Makes me
We'll see what happens with it. I think that this title should float around, though. I don't think you need 2. But there are rumors that we're going to get into momentarily here of something happening with that, and that could possibly be why you could have 2 of these. But let's get to this first. Career-threatening attack. Kevin Owens delivered a career-ending pile driver on Randy Orton, a move banned in WWE due to its history of ending wrestlers' careers.
Well, first of all, it was the most poorly executed pile driver probably of all time.
You've noticed that they did not show it on the replays, right? Of course
they couldn't show it because Randy Orton's head came nowhere near the ground. But let's not let facts interrupt the good storyline. I like the story. It adds to Kevin Owens. See, but what's the payoff? Kevin Owens needs to beat Cody Rhodes. Otherwise, what's the point, Conrad?
I mean, it's going to definitely take the air out of whatever Kevin Owens is doing. Like,
right. I mean, Conrad. Maybe it is Conrad. I'm about to say Conrad beating up everybody. KO beating up everybody. What difference will it make if he faces Cody Rhodes and loses?
They're booking themselves in a tough spot.
Woe with me.
Yeah, he can't do that no more. You can't have no more woe with me. But they're putting Cody in a tough spot too, because KO's becoming the cool heel. Listen to me.
We know that, but that don't mean nothing because they're not going to give the title to anybody but either The Rock or Roman Reigns.
Cody, what are you doing there, bud? What's going on?
What a loser. No, real talk. What a loser. They're making him look like real soft right now, bro.
I mean, I guess it's the reason for Cody to care, but this is why I'm like, I don't see this meshing with the stuff with the bloodline, but would KO joins that side to have? I don't know. it's getting weird. And then Orton comes back. Is that enough juice to
KO needs to run over Cody Rhodes in the parking lot like Stone Cold in 1999. He needs to get in the car.
I did it for you.
He needs to run. I'm serious though. Storyline wise, he needs to run over Cody Rhodes with a car.
Yo, Guy Will Gamble with comment of the night. He said he gave him a pile roll.
He really did though. He really did.
It was done so safely. And I advocate for safety in pro wrestling. That's not my issue at all. I'm just saying don't show the replays. Hide that and just show the stretcher scene.
Yeah, the story tells itself.
Or you know what you do when they show him like jumping up to hit it and he's up in the air, you show like stills. It goes in the still, you only hear the audio and then
smart.
I've always liked when they did that. Like, it's too graphic to show.
The story tells itself. It's no problem. It was a poorly executed pile driver, but the story's still super solid.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where they go with this. Honestly, I'll say that I think it's kind of one of the more interesting things that Cody's done since becoming champion.
100%.
Yeah, people were telling me, it's AJ Styles and all that. No. This is way over that, in my opinion.
100%.
Moving on, because we got a lot to get into. I sent this to you, Sean, via text message. Night one could be very heavy roads. I think you commented back to me in the text like, what does very heavy roads mean? Like, what does that mean?
Pardon me while I fall asleep. I'm sick of this crap, bro. I'm sick of it. Cody Rhodes should be relegated to. He's getting to the point where I want him off the main event.
But what would you have him do?
Have him win the United States Championship, the Women's United States Championship, the first ever Women's United States Champion, Cody Rhodes. That's what he's acting like.
Boo!
That's what he said. Yo, the dude said, "Woe with me."
Listen.
The dude literally told the crowd to woe with him.
All right.
Cody Rhodes is corny, bro. Okay, let's take the levity out of it. Cody Rhodes has become corny. Cody Rhodes at this stage, at this particular moment in time, Cody Rhodes does not deserve to be in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Point blank, period. I'm being dead serious. All jokes aside, Cody Rhodes needs to either get back to what he was or leave it alone because Cody Rhodes is super corny right now. And I'm being dead serious.
Come on, Doug.
I'm being dead serious. He's super corny right now. It's to the point Cody Rhodes comes out and I'm like, oh, God, here we go. And I'm not even being funny. I like Cody Rhodes. I've always liked Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is lacking. Cody Rhodes is not coming correct anymore. Cody Rhodes is pandering to the fans. It's giving John Cena, but not as good. And I never thought I would say that. It's really getting to the point. It's like, bro, like you need to stop. You need to stop. Because it's really annoying now. It's very annoying. There's several people who I think should be ahead of Cody Rhodes the way Cody Rhodes has been acting lately. Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, The Rock, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, and probably more. Seth Rollins. Come on, bro. Cody Rhodes Gunther. Cody Rhodes has been trash lately, Conrad. I know you hate to admit it. I know you try to be fair.
I'm trying. The brother's still selling shirts. I mean, he's doing something.
No, but I'm not. That's not what I'm asking you, bro. I'm asking you to be real with me right now. Cody Rhodes has been dookie lately.
To us, but these people are still yelling, "Whoa, bro!" Like they're still going nuts for him.
But look at our chat, though.
Oh yeah, no, there's people. Someone just called him Corny Rhodes in the chat.
So I'm saying, like, there comes a point. It's like, and think about the names. I'm gonna go down that list again. Rock, obviously Rock, but that's kind of like neither here nor there. Rock, Roman, KO, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso. There's enough people. Like Cody is like kind of like, I don't know, bro. Like Cody is really like talking himself out of a spot, in my opinion. Because he has, really corny, Conrad.
Well, listen, I brought up the woe with me. When he said that, I was like, oh, brother. Oh, I hit the Eddie Kingston. Oh, no. What is this?
And obviously, I was kidding about him being the first ever Women's United. I was being funny with you, but you know how I feel about Cody Rhodes. And it bothers me. That's the thing that you need to understand, Conrad. We've talked about this off the air. And that's what the chat needs to realize. It bothers me that Cody Rhodes is doing this, because Cody Rhodes is so, you can be a baby face and not be kissing babies and hugging grandmas. I know, Jesse. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, but like, it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control at this point.
Hold on, Jesse. You got to admit, listen, and I usually, I'm trying to stick up for Cody here for you, but that "Woe with Me" was bad, bro. You down bad, bro.
Bad.
I think that's how the young kids say it. You're down bad, huh?
Bad. No. It's getting to the point. It's like, come on, man. Either get it together or leave it alone. Get it together or leave it alone, man. Cody, and I'm saying on the record, Cody is better than this. Cody is better than this. I don't know what he's thinking right now, but I don't know if they're telling him in the back, yo, I need you to be super babyface and kiss babies and cry every promo. It's like, bro, like, what are you doing, man? Like, every promo, he's in tears. Every promo. Like, what are you crying about?
Yeah, T-Ferg asks us, didn't Cody get stale in AEW and fans wanted him to turn heel?
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, but I think part of it was, so listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you guys this. Cody Rhodes in AEW, I was a big fan. I like Cody. I liked him as a leader, as an EVP. But when Cody used to come out and that pyro used to go off, you could ask Derek, yo, that pyro is excessive, bro. It is excessive. I used to be like, all right, man, enough. And I thought it was an inside joke or something at that point where I'm like, maybe it's a joke between them. And it's like, you just have the pyro keep going off for him and going crazy. I think that stuff turned people on Cody. And then it was the Cody verse. Cody booked himself into some of those situations where people would be like, man, Tony should have put his foot down. Put his foot down on what? Cody said he didn't want to be the world champ. All right, well, let's make some money off of it then the best way that we can. We have a super chat in the house. Hold on here. MJB says, I've never seen hatred for one grown man like Bruce Blitz on YouTube. My man Tyrone Magnus did a reaction on Roman versus John at 2017 in that promo. That was a bad promo too. Listen, I'm not Mr. John Cena. Everybody's like, oh, John Cena. And I'm like, no, I remember a lot of the stuff John Cena did. Let's not act like John Cena's got a past too. They may act like it's all hunky-dory. I remember some of the stuff too. Jesse says, in my opinion, all of wrestling is corny at the moment.
I would love for you to elaborate on that, bro.
Man. Let's see here. I like Cody filling the Cena role. I think WWE was missing that after he stepped back. I get it's not for everyone, though. Yeah, I think.
And you know what? You're putting me in a position, when I say you, I mean Cody Rhodes. You're putting me in a position to defend somebody that I really don't like. And you know who I'm talking about. And it's not John Cena. You know something, guys? Chat, you're not going to like this, but if you know me like you say you know me, you know I'm telling the truth. All this woe with me and kissing babies and all this stuff that's going on, you know what's better than that? I'm not a big fan, but that was entertaining. Not a fan of Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan pointing to his opponent and saying, you, and putting his stupid hand up to his stupid ear was more entertaining than Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is corny.
I think it's a different landscape today, too.
Conrad, before you jump on it, think about what I'm saying. I don't like Hulk Hogan either. We're talking about people pandering to the fans. It's pandering. It's outright pandering. Every week he's picking a 4-year-old kid out of the crowd and hugging somebody's grandmother and having pyro or walking his dog to the ring for 40 minutes. His entrance was as long as The Undertaker at WrestleMania. There comes a point, it's like, this is ridiculous.
Well,
what is going on here?
Roman's up there too. I think they all want to be him at that
But
point.
let me stop because everybody loves Cody Rhodes. I can't say anything bad about Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is awesome.
No, you listen. You're absolutely in your right to listen. I kind of want to see them do something different.
Turn him heel. Turn him heel. You want to see must-see television? Turn him heel.
Do you think they have the sharpened pencil enough to do it?
I think WWE lacks creativity. But I also think that what I'm throwing out right now is not brain surgery because it's right there for us if they want it to happen, Conrad. I'm going to give it to you probably the way you haven't even thought about it. And you're a smart guy. What would happen if KO continues this path as far as fan reaction?
He's going to get cheered.
And who might be upset that he's getting cheered?
Cody.
And wouldn't that make Cody vengeful and angry at the fans?
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be a legitimate reason for Cody to turn on the fans?
Yeah. And then you could have Legacy too. Well, there's obviously no Ted, but you could have, they could become the two-man power trip, basically.
If I see that and you see that, how come WWE doesn't see that? Because they're selling T-shirts.
Correct. You milk it until there's no more milk left to get, and then you do what you got to do. Let me see here. Nothing catches my eye in wrestling like Swerve story with the Hurt Syndicate and the Bloodline currently, and John Moxley. Hogan, Cena, Cody, all in the same role. Somebody's got to do it. Cody gives out tickets on social media. The kind of heel Cody was in New Japan wouldn't fly in WWE. Plus, he's not trying to lose that merch money. I get it. He's coming from a sensitive point.
You're right.
Cody is the current hero for the kids. Kevin Owens on the path to be the new Stone Cold. Here's the thing you got to remember about these kids, though.
Yes, Deanna.
Sean. I loved Shawn Michaels in 1996. What were we in? 4th grade, 5th grade? We were kids.
We were 4th and 5th grade, yeah.
The boyhood dream has finally come true. I had the title here. I do the fake cry with the hair down, lack of hair. And I would sit there and do it. But I was like, oh, he's a good guy. I'm so happy for him. You know who came along and changed it? I started growing facial hair, a little mustache like LL Cool J. What? You started to make me mad, son. And Stone Cold's pretty cool. Kevin Owens is going to be pretty cool to those kids in a couple years. There's time frames.
But see, everything you're saying, Conrad, makes me angry. You know why it makes me angry? Because you're making 100% sense and you're pointing us in a direction that we should be pointed in. But when it happens naturally, when the fans naturally jump on the KO bandwagon and when the fans naturally start to turn on Cody Rhodes, Triple H and the powers that be are going to fight against it. Cody Rhodes is going to continue to win, and KO is going to continue to not be a world champion for 8 years.
I like what Matt Lopez said. He says this could lean in towards the Bret Austin territory if it keeps on.
If they do it right. See, this is the problem, Emleezy. This is the problem, Conrad Cushman and Quilly and Eazy-E and Jocelyn and Deanna. The problem is they won't do it. They won't do it. That's why I came up with the phrase, it sounds like a good idea. You know what that means. They don't care if it's a good idea. They don't care if it's a layup. They'd rather do something else because they are idiots.
He said they need someone to cheer so they can say, "Mommy, mommy, I need $4,500 tickets to see people talking for an hour." Come on, E. Come on, E. KO is a Triple H guy. Yes. Put Dom or Braun Breaker in a Legacy 2.0 faction. That would be not a bad idea. Instead of having two guys be the future, now it's just the one and they're going to focus on them. But you know what happens when you rise up? Gotta knock you back down a little. So you have a built-in story there. Let's keep it moving. Because we got a lot to discuss here. What is this one here that I put in here? Sean, please drop the news for people from PW Insider.
After I had to compose myself. All right, I'm back now. Okay. As per PW Insider, it says there are absolutely plans in place for SmackDown and Raw to both be 3 hours as of January, with discussions of adding some talent from NXT to the roster at that point. End quote. I am not against longer shows as long as it's entertaining, but that's 2 3-hour shows. I don't know, bro. That's too much.
Now look, Raw, we put up with it. It's Mondays, beginning of the week. I want to watch some wrestling. On a Friday night,
2 3-hour shows. That's that's too much.
You cutting into Rampage time there, buddy. What you doing, player?
And you're cutting into date nights and party nights and out nights.
College football is on. People are going to be out. I don't know. I wouldn't do that, but that's just me. That's 6 hours. This is a day of work, basically, that you spend the entire time watching wrestling. And that's if you include NXT still in it.
Touche. I mean, I think, look, you know me, I'm an advocate of 3-hour Monday Night Raw, but I never said 3-hour SmackDown. 6 hours of that's a lot of TV. And I don't even, as much as a wrestling fan as we are, I'm not watching 2 3-hour shows.
And then you got to worry about NXT. And I think NXT should go on the road once a month. I don't know how long it's going to work where they're like, we're in Buffalo, New York at the Burt Flickinger Center. I don't know if that's going to work for weeks. By the way, I thought that was a trash marketing tactic and not enough people took WWE to task for it. As someone who watched ECW, you should be ashamed of yourself if you chanted ECW at that show. Don't you ever. Unbelievable.
It was severely played and it was severely contrived.
They cheered for Devon coming out with a table.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. It was weak.
Shout out to Don Marie and Francine. They were in the house. Just saying. They were in the house. Big fan when I was a younger man at 2 a.m. You used to see them ECW. Kimono. Well, I can't even say her name because it's a play on words, but dancing on top of the ECW arena. ECW
was quality television for
2 a.m.
but I'm trying to think of my age for 10-year-old me.
Yeah, it was something different at the time, but like I said, I think once a month you go and do those special little arena shows. That's what I would do if it were up to me.
That sounds like a good idea.
SmackDown's roster can't support 3 hours. Yeah, they're gonna have to do some call-ups.
What draft?
Yeah, they're gonna probably need a little supplemental draft in all of this. Next up, WWE ID.
Oh my God! Here comes Monopoly.com.
You're on my property. We got something from our friends over at Dirt Sheet Radio. Go ahead, Sean.
And it reads as thus. It says more updates on the new WWE ID project. WWE revealed GCW standouts Marcus Mathers and Sam Holloway as its newest ID talents. William Regal and Timothy Thatcher invoiced. WWE does have some more familiar names in the fold that they're planning to reveal at some point. And some of the talent signed or agreed to have already been working AEW and ROH dates since talking.
Sounds good. Holla at me in a year when we're into this. And then, yes, we found out Timothy Thatcher was involved from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful. The story's on Fightful Select for those who want to read about it. But, yeah, they've been just releasing these names. There's a lot of people. Zeta Steele, Bryce Donovan. I will say this. Now, look, Cappuccino Jones, that might be my favorite name out of all of them. Cappuccino Jones.
That is pretty good.
And I know he's going to yell at me for this, for saying it's bad, but Cold Brew Cappuccino Jones and his finisher is the Decaffeinator. Come on. That writes itself.
Yeah, the I like the Cold Brew Cappuccino Jones. The Decaffeinator is kind of...
Listen.
Not bad, though. Not bad.
The Froggy Brew, not bad. I saw something funny with this one. Jack Summit is known as Jack Cartwheel on GCW. I saw some people saying like, man, I can't wait to see what this guy's going to do in WWE once he gets there. And someone was like, is this you, bro? And underneath it said, I don't like people who do all that flippy stuff like Will Ospreay. And then they showed him, and I believe it was Commander, going up the ramp on Collision doing cartwheels in that position. They were like, this you, bro, or no? And then someone put up a picture. What was it of? I should have screenshotted this, but I don't want to embarrass these people either. They had like a screenshot. They were like, check out this video package from this. And then underneath that one, same thing. Bro, is this you? Saying, man, I shouldn't have to Google who people are to figure out blah, blah, blah. They should tell us. And then it was like, yeah, what are you doing here? And, I thought I'd share it for anyone who didn't know. And they added even more people, Sean.
Yeah.
Here's Sam Hardway Holloway. We also have, here's Marcus Mathers for those who have never seen him. I see a lot of 450s in here. Sean Legacy also getting it. And it's Gal, the real life action figure. So they've got a lot of people signed up for this. I mean, I see positives and negatives to this. I've told you already. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but anything on this, like people who they're signing, someone you want to see sign, give me something here on this show.
I mean, I'm cool with it. Look, I'm cool with talent getting an opportunity to wrestle on the biggest stage. I'm not a big fan of monopolies and manipulation in business. I feel like this is a manipulation tactic, and I feel like it's kind of giving me a bad taste. So it's like, for me, as much as I want these talents to succeed, I'm kind of torn between that and my distaste for WWE's businesses and standard practices.
Speaking of that, I don't know if you have any proof of this, but he said, I heard Mr. Power of the Punch started WWE ID while he was working in Jacksonville. This is just continuation.
Man, it's another. Thank you, E, for that. That's another example, allegedly, of under the table practices that I'm not in favor of. It's just not right.
Yeah. Listen, I got into it this week with some people about Alfred. Like, I'm not messing with someone who does certain things like that. Like, to undermine a story of, and it wasn't like it was a wrestling story or anything like that. It was to undermine something that brought forth litigation, like possible action to happen. And you're going to undermine that? I don't play those games. Like, all right, you went too far. There's a lot of good names a part of WWE ID. Yeah, I heard Zilla Fatu's part of it already, allegedly. I think Zilla Fatu is. There's no way that you're not scooping him back up. Jack had a few matches on ROH Honor Club, cartwheeling to the ring. Wish him the best of luck. Yes. Appreciate that, Joel. WWE already had someone like Reggie. Didn't work out well for them, Clown says. That's true. You did have some versions of these. I thought WWE fans don't like small guys. They like to rag on Cole. Jack Summon's not exactly Mr. Olympia. Gal is dope. Yeah, Matt said WWE diehards are the most thick-headed people. Zeta Steel and Marcus Mather are some of my favorites on the indies. Two excellent talents. Zeta Steel, I heard her name on a list a while back before, saying this is someone who people need to be on the lookout for.
Yeah, I heard about her too. She's talented.
I just don't know what this means for people like TNA, by the way. I guess this is kind of spoiler, not really a spoiler, but no NXT involvement at the last TNA tapings.
Which is a little bit eyebrow raising that possibly the partnership might be coming to an end. I mean,
I didn't hear Jordan Grace mention TNA when she was on that ECW show. It was time to get extreme and pose and say what we're about to do and business as usual.
We said from the start that was a one-sided partnership, and that's what it's turned out to be.
I just wonder if that means Jordan Grace is officially over there or if there's going to be some time.
I believe an announcement's coming soon.
Yeah. And when this goes wrong and you've heard other businesses, are they going to be okay? This is the stuff I tell people all the time. It never looks bad in the short term, but then the other place will be gone. And you'll be like, well, at least we still got WWE for wrestling fans. Do. That's it. Every single time. Let's keep it moving here with our news discussions.
AEW and TNA are best for business.
Look at this from Wrestle Purist. This comes from Post Wrestling, Sean.
Says there are currently no restrictions when it comes to talent under WWE deals, doing jobs on shows, or taking bookings. When asked about AEW extra work, it was said that WWE would not prevent its talents from taking those bookings. Again, that's via Post Wrestling. What else are they going to say? What else? That's the question. That's why I want people to kind of use their brains. Because to someone who's a WWE person, they're going to say, oh, look at that. See, WWE is not trying to take any food off of AEW's plate. Look, they're being fair. No.
Goofy. Oh, say that again so we can segue, because I'm going to show something.
Taking no food off of AEW's plate.
Remember this, guys? Shout out to everyone across the pond. All of these things that are happening. How could this affect anyone else? Have fun. Go ahead, Sean. Wrestling Observer Live. Sean will narrate these for you.
Yeah, he says the expectation has been that AEW is running Forbidden Door pay-per-view in London's O2 Arena in August of 2025. But AEW haven't been able to announce the arena, most likely because WWE's upcoming European tour. AEW won't be able to announce the arena or put tickets on sale until sometime after the end of March, depending on what the specifics were for the WWE deal. So again, stop looking at these situations, specifically the previous comment about how WWE is not trying to stop AEW people from getting jobs. And, WWE is not being unfair. They're not trying to manipulate or monopolize the. Yes, they are. All it takes is one conversation off the record. Hey, listen, Conrad Cushman, I know you got an offer to do a couple of AEW shows, maybe a pay-per-view, but you know what? I don't think that's going to look good for you if you try and come back here in another 6 months. What's Conrad Cushman going to do if his dream is to be in WWE? He's going to pass on AEW. So at the end of the day, between that and between all the European stuff that's going on that seems like it's standing in the way of AEW trying to lock in Forbidden Door for next year, it's just classic WWE being its manipulative, monopolizing, unscrupulous selves.
And Sean, what do you say to that? Wow, you guys don't know how to market? You don't know. Why aren't you telling us where this is going to be? They can't. There's contracts locked in that say you cannot promote another wrestling show until X amount of time, until after we're done or whatever. I think I showed it before. T-Ferg says, funny how some WWE fans make fun of the indies as if Punk, KO, Seth, and Sammy didn't come from the indies. 100%. Mm-hmm. That's why the indies are very important. WWE got what they wanted from TNA. Jordan Grace is on her way. Now they're waiting for Joe Hendry's contract to run out. WWE also as TKO Group, they are not allowed to, I forgot when the merger was official, 23, 22? You remember? 23. They're not allowed to buy anything for 5 years. So they can't buy TNA. They can't do anything like that because that's agreed to when you start combining organizations like that. There are things put in there. So don't worry. They're going to do things. We're good for the business. We're working with everybody. Look, check us out.
Most unscrupulous, lack of morality in business I've ever seen. And they're blatant with it. They're not even trying to hide what they're doing.
Yeah, Clown says he'd like to see Jordan Oliver get signed. Nick Wayne's former tag team partner, Young, Dumb, and Broken WWE. You could do that. I'm going to say WWE is just being the big bully on the block or Broad Street. Yep. Always have been, bro, since even Jim Crockett promotion days. Me and Sean will tell you all the time on here. And all we're trying to say is, like, open your eyes to these situations. I'm not saying, like, hate WWE, turn it off, and don't watch it.
Look at what E just said. That's perfectly said, Easy-E.
Go ahead, take that for me, Sean.
Easy-E jumping right on what we were just talking about, and perfectly said. Easy-E says, look, he's like a kind of pretend quote saying this is what WWE management would say to a potential superstar. Look, my man, work in Jacksonville is not a good look for you guys in New York, for the guys in New York. You want to have a future with the big dogs, don't you? Exactly. It's a play. It's a maneuver to keep people manipulated and keep people believing that the only game in town is World Wrestling Entertainment. And if you dare look elsewhere, we're never going to have you be here.
Like Hunter said, yep, he'll buy that company just to fire you again. MJB, no lie, because that was said in the beginning. He says AEW signs a guy who's in the WWE ID program. All they do is sign ex-WWE talent. Everybody's an ex-WWE talent.
Yeah, who's not ex-WWE talent at this point?
The Netflix deal I hear is like 5 or 10 years, depending upon the relationship between them. That is true as well. They do have the right to extend it, but I believe that's Netflix choice. Let's get into some of the smaller announcements here. We do have Smackdown coming up. Nia Jax will be defending the championship against Naomi. Yo, Sean, I wish you guys could have just seen how Sean shook his head in the background. Not feeling this? No. When do you do the cash in? I feel like they're gonna save this for Saturday night's main event.
I guess. I mean, I'm just not a big fan of Nia Jax. I don't see it. I think Naomi's a tremendous talent.
She's on my list for the U.S. Women's Championship. Like, if someone who needs to get it, I say
and I'm
Naomi.
cool with that. I don't. Nia Jax is just not it for me, bro. I just don't. I've been trying to see what people see. I don't see it. I think she's corny. I think her yelling and screaming and this it's like pretentious. It's not like heelish to me. It's corny and goofy to me. And you know how I feel about her in-ring work. I'm not a fan.
Jocelyn says WWE isn't going anywhere. I get that. People need to understand that what they're doing isn't new. Yeah, they're basically creating.
I have to moderately disagree. I think Jocelyn's probably 90% right. I think they're taking their unscrupulous ways to a whole new level. So you're probably more 100% right. Yes, it's nothing new, but they are taking it to a whole new level. Like what Triple H and them are doing is more than what the old guy was doing, in my opinion. Conrad, do you agree?
I think. Listen, here's the thing with this company. It's built upon what Vince McMahon. It's his groundwork. Like, and I'm saying it like the tactics that he's done. He's taught people. This is what I want you to do. Go do it. Why? Just do what I told you to do. And then it all clicks later like, the PR stuff is not a joke, guys. You think I'm playing about this stuff.
Right.
Fast Nationals, here they come. Where'd you get those numbers? Sources.
Right.
Why would you be afraid to say where you got something?
Where you got it from, exactly.
I get it if it was like an undercover dirt story and you're like, yeah, I don't want to reveal my sources for that. That's fine. But you getting numbers, you should be able to reveal that.
I don't know what's going on with Jesse today. And I mean that in a good way. Oh. Jesse is like, I've never heard Jesse say one bad word about WWE ever.
Oh no, you gotta definitely listen to Jesse.
No, Jesse on the show all the time. He's
no, Jesse's been going off lately. I think a lot about this stuff.
Jesse, all right.
Jesse, like you want to read it? I'll let you read it.
Yeah, Jesse from Pro Wrestling Shoot, by the way. He says, y'all remember when I told you guys a while back when I said every wrestler, I should say, wants to be in WWE. If they say they don't, then they are lying. But I want to focus on, thank you, either lying or can't make it on the big stage. Darby won't go to WWE for a reason. Orange wouldn't be a top-level WWE guy like he's on AEW. Now, that's who Jesse I know. But the most recent comment is what got me kind of like, shout out to Jesse. Jesse says, but I definitely think WWE ID is BS, straight monopoly type. It's 100%. And he says, you would have to, I can't even talk. You would have known my opinion, Hub, if you followed us. Oh, don't start. I already apologized for the mistake. Somebody hacked me or some crap. Don't start with me, Jesse.
He had the weak face.
No, but on a serious note, like, if somebody like Jesse, who's a WWE guy, would say something, you know something's wrong. WWE is trash, man. They are so unfair with their business practice, bro.
If you follow the timeline with me, you could see my hatred for WWE happening. You could go watch me and Sean on past shows, even on Malik's channel. You will see me say like, yo, do you guys not understand what's going on here behind the scenes? What is actually happening here? Listen, everyone's booking eventually changes.
Yeah.
Darby was in Evolve. That's WWE's loss. Yeah, so was Ethan Page. Didn't want him then. Back then, didn't want me. Now he's hot. They all on him.
It's just Oos.
And by the way, can I drop some knowledge real quick?
You can drop all the knowledge you want.
I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. Speedball Mike Bailey lost to Moose this week on TNA. He dropped the X Division Championship. Why do you think that was? Bye-bye. He's leaving. He's gone. Okay. You know who else has a bidding war going on for them? Josh Alexander. That's word going around the circles. Josh Alexander has a bidding war, so that means that the top two companies want him. Now, TNA, maybe they could pony up the money to get him to stay, but TNA got dismantled, and I hope that they have a plan in place. That's all that I can ask of for all of this. So, peep the game. Remember, AEW did nothing for TNA. They didn't do that. They're giving away Kenny Omega for free on New Japan. That's a healthy partnership. What is this? oh, sorry, we took some people from you, but you know what? We'll give you Kenny Omega. How's that? Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm.
And Kenny Omega put over New Japan hard at Power Struggle. Also on SmackDown, we do have the WWE Tag Team Championship match. I'm looking forward to seeing the action for this one. Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits. This is your chance to try to do something here.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
With them. It's not going to happen. What do you do with the Street Profits at this point? I mean, it sounds like they're expressing frustration. Is this story? Some people said it's storyline. Some people are thinking, no, it's real.
They don't respect the Street Profits. They don't respect them. And that's the reason why they've continued to not get the push that they deserve, both on a singles and tag team level. I'm disgusted. And they will not win on SmackDown. They will not. Matter of fact, they might do something stupid and break up. I hope not, though. When I say break up, I mean if they both went off the singles careers, but we're still cool with each other. But I'm saying WWE's stupid enough to be like, oh, it was your fault, Montez.
MJB said, I got a funny feeling I know why Bobby left and certain people won't come back ever. Uh-oh. BJ said 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up.
They didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me.
Actually, I think that song came out today. What was it? 20 years ago? I think I read that today or yesterday.
I read that today. I read that I heard that on a radio interview. Yep.
Yeah. Speedball just trademarked his name and IP. Mike Bailey been hitting about going other places. TNA's knockout division needs help. Yep. Just remember who was telling y'all right over here at Clash. The ratings speak for themselves in any promotion or companies. New Japan is going through a youth movement. Yeah, that's why I'm not really mad at them trying some different things. Yeah, Street Profits. I hope they don't treat them like they did Crime Time. Crime Time should have got the tag titles. I still believe that in my heart.
SummerSlam against Jericho, and don't get me started.
They should have beat Murdoch and Cade too.
There you go. Don't get me started. Oh, brother.
Let's talk about cool things in the world of WWE. WWE 2K24 announced that they are adding in their WCW pack an additional Fall Brawl arena. I just want to show off the screenshots here. I did put up a little short. Big fan of it, though. I really like it.
That is pretty cool. I was asking you, and you didn't respond because you don't pay attention when I send you messages on YouTube. I said, "Is it available now?" And you never responded.
No, I'm answering now. The answer is no because I did not read it. I'm
answering now.
I will go back to those comment sections if anyone else left a comment on there.
No, I'm assuming it's going to be in November, the November 13th pack.
Yeah, so that should be in 2 days coming out. But there's a look of Muda who's on the floor there. We got Kurt Hennig. I know they keep writing Mr. Perfect, and I'm like, that's not Mr. Perfect. That is Kurt Hennig in WCW.
Right.
I see Dusty Rhodes over there. I can't tell who that other person is. Maybe Pants. I don't know. But we got War Games. We got a Fall Brawl arena. I'm happy. I wish I had a top on it. Little for the WCW folks, but
yeah,
we'll see what's happening. And if you like wrestling video games, make sure you guys go check out our friends over at the Pro Wrestling Shoot tomorrow. They got an interview talking UPW, and I'm very interested in seeing what happens with that game. And I'm sure they're going to be asking the tough, hard-hitting questions. So make sure you go over there and show those guys some love. Wow. It'll be right around the time NXT starts, and I'll be over there instead of watching NXT. I'm pretty sure of it. So make sure you guys are in the chat.
Is there anything on going on other than Pro Wrestling Shoot on a Tuesday?
Nope. Moving on. So,
not that I know of.
Beats me. Arena looks good. DDP looks great. Yeah, the DDP model was cool. Is this DLC extra or part of the season pass? It is part of the season pass. Street Profits spent too much time dancing and hugging babies. Loved them back in 2019.
Fun fact about the Street Profits. You know what they used to do before Jey Uso did it?
Yep.
They can't do that no more.
Anyone think David Arquette would be a good move in 2K25?
Oh, wow.
You know what? I wouldn't mind if it was like a bonus character or something free.
Yeah, just for fun. Yeah.
Muda would have played well in Fight Forever without the boxing dodges and fighting game combos. Deadpool and Wolverine dropping on Disney Plus tomorrow. Good. I haven't seen that movie yet, so maybe I'll check that out. New Japan. I thought New Japan put on a heck of a show. Fighting Spirit Unleashed. It is still up on Triller, I believe. Triller TV. If you guys want to go back and watch it. We have incredible 4-way. I'm trying not to spoil anything.
Let's not spoil it, but I will say this. This is what a wrestling card is supposed to look like.
I did love, I'm trying to see which match here was my favorite. I would highly recommend, if I had to pick one, the 2 out of 3 Falls tag team match with Fred Rosser, Tom Lawler versus Royce Isaacs and Nelson.
And I would pick the match featuring a man who's quickly climbing my best wrestler in the world list, the one and only Zack Sabre Jr. in a Fatal 4-Way. Or, yes.
Sleeper match, Leo Rush and Mustafa Ali, I thought was really good.
100.
Go back and check that out if you guys didn't. As you guys can see, available on Triller TV.
The winner of the number 1 contender 4-way match for the women's championship will be facing Mercedes Moné in December.
Yes, and that show will be coming up, and I believe you can watch it on Triller TV and New Japan World once again. So
shout out to Triller TV, man.
Go in there and check that out. Dynamite. We'll be reviewing it over here. 10:15 is the new start time because I can't trust Tony Khan to end on time anymore. He's even added a little extra on it. So
a little extra sauce.
10:15-ish. Once it goes off, just be prepared. We'll go live. But be in there, and I love that Moxie's and they put the old Superstation TBS. I don't know what this means, but I'm in.
Shout out to Conrad and my guy Derek. The best AEW review show in all the land, 10:15 p.m. right here on the EPW channel.
Right. Josh said that's a name I'm surprised they're not in the WWE ID. Tom Lawler. They might feel Lawler's a little bit older, and he does work with Meltzer in them over there. Like the vid, thank you, E. The mothership, daddy. This is the mothership right here, 605.
That's it.
Here's the full gear lineup right now. We got Moxley, Orange Cassidy for the world title, Jack Perry, Daniel Garcia for the TNT Championship, Swerve Strickland versus Mr. Slim Jim Suit himself, Bobby Lashley, Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander, Hangman Page versus Jay White, and on the pre-show, the 0 hour, QT Marshall versus Big Boom AJ with Big Justice.
Yes, sir. Good card so far. Not bad at all. I'll take it. And Andrew Zarian said that it was recently reported that Ring of Honor will be running the Manhattan Center here, the Hammerstein Ballroom, for Final Battle 2024, possibly. Pretty cool.
I like it. I think NXT should try to run there, maybe not right away, but a little after. I know it's tougher to get into that building. I've heard you're from the area. I heard it's tougher to get things into that building. It's a little old school.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but they have a little bit more issue getting the foot in the door. Negotiations are open, but it just takes a little bit more. It's
almost like you got to park on the street and walk that ring post in.
Here you go. Yep, exactly.
Let's see here. What else do we have going on? I think that's it, man.
Man. I mean, Monday Night Raw tonight. I mean, nothing to be too excited about. But the world champion will be in the building.
He looks like he's doing a photo for like when you got to do the second retake picture day.
Yeah.
My mom said I had to wear a shirt and tie this time. Gunther will be on Monday Night Raw, and Bronson Reed. I hope we get some development with him and Seth and what they were doing.
Yeah, I'm thinking Survivor Series rematch, but that sounds like a good idea.
Could be. You gotta have 3 more matches on that card. So
just 3. No more than that.
Let's see here. GCW will be there for January for Guilty as Charged. I don't know how they're getting away with that name.
Unbelievable.
Let's see here. T-Ferg said, to be fair to WWE's monopoly, it's just business, never personal. TNA benefits from working with WWE, but at what cost? Have we seen the AEW title since Mox won it? No, we have not. And I think you're supposed to assume that's what's in the briefcase. Maybe that's the big reveal, is that the title's in there and then they pull it out. Maybe not. I don't know. Yep. Keep watching, I guess, is what this will lead to. This Saturday, Nick Gage Invitational on Triller TV. Thank you, Clown. Sean, you got some content coming up. We got a special show coming up.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Thank you, Conrad. Big shout out to everybody out there. Big shout out to Conrad Cushman, as he will be my special guest on a very special edition of Hubbonomics this Thursday afternoon. We're going to do a Mike Tyson retrospective for all the boxing fans out there and wrestling fans. Mike Tyson's a wrestling guy, too. With his fight against Jake Paul on the horizon this Friday night exclusively on Netflix. The day before, Thursday the 14th, myself and Conrad will be doing our 20-minute or less segment on Hubbonomics as we depict the career of Iron Mike Tyson. So make sure you check Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you check us out. Got a lot of stuff going on. And also mark your calendar for Thursday, November 21st. Myself and Conrad, along with the people's champ, we call her? The final boss, Crystal, will be in the building as she and I, along with Conrad, will be talking about Survivor Series. And there will be a special giveaway courtesy of Triller TV. So all that and a lot more coming up on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly channel. So we'll see you Thursday, and we'll see you on the 21st. And as always, make sure you check out Conrad and my guy Derek right here on the Everything Pro Wrestling channel as they break down the one and only All Elite Wrestling Dynamite, and a little bit of exclusive news coming here from Jesse saying, dropping exclusive never before seen footage on the UPW show tomorrow. Make sure you check out Jesse and James on the Pro Wrestling Shoot, as they're going to have a lot of good stuff for you. They really have the wrestling video game situation on lock. So with that being said, Conrad, are we good for the evening?
Yeah, we're good for the evening. I'll put up a possible name for WWE ID at the end, but go ahead.
That's what's up. So again, guys, make sure you mark your calendar for this Thursday night, November 14th. Hubbonomics featuring Conrad Cushman as we talk about Mike Tyson. If you are a boxing fan, it's always cool. Think about it. Think about this phrase: Mike Tyson on pay-per-view in 2024. That's kind of cool, right? Make sure you check out Netflix. Make sure you check out Triller and all our other partners, man. We're really fired up about this. And when I say partners, I mean they should pay us. But that's just me saying what I'm saying. But anyway, with that being said, on behalf of my good friend Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean Hubbard. I'm Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. He's EPW. And we are Clash of the Podcast. Until next Monday at 6:05, God bless. Be encouraged. Evil never prevails.